Hello and welcome to Weaving the Magic. My name is Kelly. I am an intuitive astrologer, tarot reader, and wisdom weaver. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. I am starting a series. Today's video is the first of this series on teaching basic astrology. And when I say basic astrology, I mean through my perspective, my lens of storytelling astrology. There is such fabulous content on YouTube in regards to learning astrology so that you can not only just seek out an astrologer to read your chart for you, but that you can learn for yourself. In my looking at what is available on YouTube, I've seen a lack of emphasis on some of the pieces that I feel and find are the most important parts of astrology. So the series that I'm going to be creating is teaching astrology, including especially all of the missing pieces that I have not yet seen. I've learned astrology through my own method. I didn't go through formal training. I call myself the Weaver. My service is called Weaving the Magic. You can check me out. I'll put a link to my website below if you are interested in a personal reading, or if you'd like to get in touch with me. But I call weaving the magic because everything in this universe is layers of same or similar information, but through different lenses. It's all analogy and metaphor. It's all woven together. And when I read astrology charts, I am looking at all of those layers of stories and weaving them all together to bring them into one cohesive message or story. So this series is going to focus on the breakdown to really teach you the archetypes of first all of the planets. I'll do a series on that so that you can get to know what those planets stand for, who they represent, the archetypes that are behind them, what they're all about. So as you're learning to read your own astrology chart, you can actually have that understanding of what that planet is, how that planet is really a character within you. Every planet is in your astrology chart, so is every sign in the zodiac. You may not have a planet or placement in every sign, but all of those planets, all of those signs are all a part of you, a part of your life. So it's beautiful to know who these characters are within us. I usually speak about astrology, like I said, in storytelling, but I visualize it like a play at a theater. The planets are characters. The planets are the actor. The sign that the planets fall in are like the character that they're playing. It's the role they've taken on. It's how they embody, it's who they become when they're placed within that sign. And then the houses of the chart in astrology are where is that taking place? What part of your life or what scenery or what theme is that showing up within? So it's really important to get a full understanding of what those planets are, who they are, what makes them up, what makes them tick, what they act like, what they think like, what they feel like, how they interact with one another. And then the signs, more of that personality. Why are they feeling that way? How are they emoting? How are they thinking? How are they creating a story based on where they are placed within your chart? And then again into the houses, where is this showing up in what area of your life? In this video, I wanted to touch on, because again, those will all be series that come later. This video, I really wanted to talk about what astrology is and what astrology is not. Firstly, astrology is not a way to judge, stereotype, pigeonhole, or water down anything into little sound bites. There's a lot in the world at large about astrology being so overgeneralized. And in my personal opinion, astrology is such a deeply intuitive, deeply meaningful, deeply spiritual tool for us to know ourselves. It's no shock or surprise to me that it's been hidden, suppressed, criticized, judged, and cheapened. It's been discredited as an actual art or science or method of self-knowing. Like most things in the world that would actually help us find inner peace and freedom. Astrology for me has been the deepest and most impactful tool of self-knowing that I've ever come across. Your astrology chart, your natal chart, the snapshot picture of what the sky was representing in the moment that you were born, is a unique and individual blueprint of the map that your soul laid out for you. It shows you all of your challenges, all of your blessings, all of the ways in which you desired to come into this world and show up for yourself. It can show us where there are karmas that we intended to come and work through. It can show us what our soul purpose or calling or desire for a legacy to leave here is. It can show us where our deepest wounding is. It can show us which aspects of ourselves we can best lean into or tap into to help support us on our spiritual journeys, on our life path, on the way that we interact with others in the world, in all of the different areas of our lives that we may find ourselves struggling or wanting to change, alter, grow into, whatever. Astrology is the most individualized map that I've found that I enjoy working with because, again, viewing it the way that I do, it allows me to tell a story. And stories carry so much meaning, whether they're fables, whether they're the stories that were told around fires by our ancestors as they sat in community and shared their wisdom. Astrology has so much to offer in the way of self-knowing and knowing others, and ultimately to bring us closer to the whole self integration of being at peace and home and at home within ourselves, within our family of humanity at large. So astrology is not a way to identify and separate us from others by saying, I'm a Virgo, you're a Leo, these type of things. It's a way for us to understand the differences in one another so that we can better relate to ourselves and one another, so that we can come into more harmony with ourselves, with our communities, with the relationships that we have in our lives. Astrology is a blessing for the soul. And the more that you are able to learn all of those things within your chart, that you can see them and begin to work with them, the more you can find yourself at peace with who you are. So I know that most people know just about their sun sign and about horoscopes that are predicted based on that sun sign. That is the most shallow lens of astrology that exists. It's not practical, reasonable, or anywhere close to accurate to say, I'm a Virgo, you're a Virgo, so we're both this. No, we both may have similar things, but depending on which house that Virgo sun is in, you and I are going to be different people. Or we may both be Virgos, but if I have a Libra moon and you have a Sagittarius moon, that's an entirely different flavor combination of a personality. So the goal of these series of videos is to move away from separation and overgeneralization and move very much closer into an intimate understanding of these planets, the archetypes, the signs, the ability that we have to really understand ourselves through this beautiful lens that is ancient, that has been practiced by so many influential people for thousands and thousands of years. This country, the United States of America, astrology played a huge part in the choosing of a day for our Independence Day. Astrology has been huge in all of the royal powers that be, determining dates, planning things, putting events together. Astrology can help us set ourselves up for success if we know how to look at what's coming, prepare for it. That's much further down the line. Eventually, my series will lead into transits and understanding how the current astrology of the now moment and the future coming moments are impacting our own natal chart and how those energies mesh together and what awakenings they can trigger within us or what challenges they might open up for us. That'll be further down the line. But getting to know your natal chart and understanding the components that have created who you are, how you show up in the world is a great basis to start with. Once you understand yourself and your inner workings and how you've been put together, you can look at what's coming and put yourself in a best position to be able to gain the benefits from what's happening. When we know ourselves through the lens of astrology, we cease being victims of our astrology, of our circumstances, of our lot in life, and we become empowered by knowing ourselves to be ready for what comes next, to embrace everything that this now moment and this point in our journey has to offer us. So astrology, learning it, teaching it, speaking about it, feeling it, is a deeply emotional process for me. And that's what I'd like you all to open up and invite into yourself. Let this become an intimate thing to learn astrology, to look at your chart, to view yourself in a very compassionate, non-judgmental lens, but also very aware. Because as I'll get into as I move into the series on signs, another overgeneralization that happens is like, this sign is this. And if you're an Aries, you're all fire and you're this, and I don't like this sign. And it gets so ridiculous. The truth is, there's a high vibration and a low vibration in every sign. You could be working with the highest archetypes of Leo and be bold and courageous and brave and so open-hearted. Or you could be working with the lowest energies of Leo and be weak and scared and spiteful, self-centered. We've all got that. Every sign has that, a high and a low road. And then this beautiful middle ground where we feel all those energies mingling and we know how to embrace the balance within. That's the goal. It's to find the harmony within us, find the harmony and how we can harmonize with others in the world around us at large. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are interested in joining me on this amazing, incredible journey for for understanding yourself better through the lens of astrology, I hope that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends if you have other people that you'd like to learn with. This life is for journeying together. We're all walking each other home, as Ram Dass says, and it's my goal of creating this series to help and inspire others to take deliberate, passionate steps on their beautiful journey home into self. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for my upcoming videos in this series. And if you'd like, again, a personal reading on your own astrology chart or a tarot reading, feel free to check out my website. The link is in the comments. Thank you so much. Mwah.